Going on, people? It's been a minute. I've not done any videos in a minute, but just life, just doing life. Today, I wanted to speak on how Kenya and the AES are inspiring Africa's revolution. We've actually seen the absolute bravery of young Kenyans um, standing on business, going out there risking their lives for what they feel is divinely right. We've seen them inspire us. We've seen people, the Kenyan youths, being fearless when guns were pointed at them because they feel that the government has done them wrong, has done the African people wrong. This movement against the finance bill that was presented by the president of Kenya has greatly inspired the rest of Africa. Greatly, like in a way that I have never seen before. Their fearlessness. People died for a cause. People got injured for that cause. This in itself has been a lightning rod inside the hearts and minds of Africa. It has inspired so much, this movement by the Kenyans against the finance bill, that the parliaments in Ghana started to talk about it, they're telling other politicians they have to be careful because the people will uprise. The Ugandan president came out, threatened, and that's Museveni I'm speaking about, threatened the Ugandans, saying they should not even think about it, because now the fire of revolution is burning and it's lit up a fire underneath those who think they can do whatever they want to the masses. Nigeria in August have already started planning their own protest to end bad governance. Ghana has started their own. Other African countries are beginning to start thinking about, you better look at the Tanzanians, you better look at the Kenyans. The Tanzanian people are saying it. You better look at the Kenyans. We can't do anything we want to do anymore now. This movement by that protest was an additional fire to what the Sahel region had already begun. The AES, that movement in itself, and the amazing speech by the young lion that is Ibrahim Traore, has literally added fuel to the fire of revolution. That speech spoke about freedom. That speech spoke about bad governance and puppets in the African government. That speech was a bold speech. This man and all of the men over there in the Sahel are willing to give their life for this cause. These two things happening together concurrently, the Kenyan protest, the AES and their departure from ECOWAS, and their public, and Ibrahim Traore's public, very public criticisms on leaders that are taking orders from the West, targeting Benin, Togo, and the rest of the other people in ECOWAS that are not brave enough to stand up to the West and cause a freedom for their people. Combine that speech with everything that's happening in Kenya, is a fire that's going to keep burning. This movement is not going to die down. And the deaths and the bravery of the Kenyans in the face of gunfire lets me know that Africans have had enough. Lets me know that this revolution is real. I am honored to be in a lifetime where I see this happening. This is just my own personal opinion. I am truly honored. Many people have died and never had the understanding of how Africa has been so impoverished for so long. We always thought he was the president alone, but we now know the hidden hands, contracts that they signed that are now coming to the public sphere, deals that were made, orders that was given by government outside of Africa. We now know the root cause of our problems. An average African can locate and tell you exactly what the root cause is and who are the people executing the orders that they get from outside of Africa. We're living in a very, very special time in the history of Africa. It's a special time. We might not have an idea what might about to happen, but we do have an idea what's about to happen. It's a revolution. There's nothing more powerful in a revolution than people that are willing to die for it. And this revolution that was started by the AES with their coup d'etat, and now adding to that fire is the fuel of the Kenyans, the brave Kenyans that stood on business, did not care about death. I said they've had enough. It's a special time we're living in, and I've just sat down and tried to analyze where it could go, how it could happen, and I just tell you, my conclusion is the single consciousness that Africans have at this present moment is divine. Like, it's divine. It's not something that's like on earthly bound ideas. It's divine. It's meant to happen. Never in my life did I think Kenya or Kenyans will be the added fuel to the revolution that was begun by the gentlemen of the Sahel. But here we are. The revolution has begun, man. The revolution has begun. Brace yourself. There's going to be stories to be told. Yeah. Let me know what you think.